Cell phone video captures the end of a long altercation outside the Liquorland gas station in Independence. Off-duty firefighter Anthony Santee is on top of 23-year-old Javon Taylor. A woman with a gun demands Santee let Taylor go. Later in the video, she fires a round.
To me, this is a troubling trend. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC, P.A.N. Firearms for NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And let's talk about this. Now, you saw the opening video, and what was happening there is an altercation between an off-duty Kansas City firefighter and a patron of a store. And my understanding of what happened was the patron, was upset in the store and started mouthing off to the clerk behind the counter because the store did not have the brand cigars that he wanted. This off-duty firefighter intervened on behalf of the clerk, and it escalated. And what eventually happened was the fight, as you saw from the video, went outside, and the girlfriend of the patron retrieved the firearm and shot and killed the firefighter. Now, I'm going to jump in this article so I can give you as much detail as possible, and then we'll come back and talk about what we saw. But this is from the Police Tribune. Woman won't face charges for killing off-duty firefighter in fight after her boyfriend pulled gun on him. Independence, Missouri. The Jackson County Prosecutor's Office announced on Tuesday that prosecutors would not file criminal charges against a woman who fatally shot an off-duty Kansas City firefighter who was fighting with her boyfriend in a gas station parking lot. The incident occurred on October 6th at a gas station along U.S. Highway 40 when 41-year-old Anthony Santee walked into the convenience store and heard another customer cussing out a female employee, WDAF reported. Police said that the 22-year-old Javon Taylor was upset the store didn't have the brand of cigars that he wanted to buy, according to an affidavit filed in court. The store clerk told Taylor to leave the store, and he refused. That was when Santee, an off-duty Kansas City, Missouri firefighter, stepped in and told Taylor to leave too. Court records show that Taylor threatened Santee, then left the store and went to his car to get a gun, KBMC reported. Police said Taylor pulled out a handgun with an extended magazine, pointed it at the Good Samaritan, and then the two men began fighting for control of the weapon. And immediately, I have to jump in and say, okay, so who escalated this incident? It was obviously Taylor, who went to his car to get a gun and came back and pointed. That's imminent danger. At that point, you have a right to defend yourself. And this Santee, the firefighter, started to get an altercation with him over this firearm. But police said Taylor pulled out a handgun with an extended magazine, pointed at the Good Samaritan, and then the two men began fighting for control of the weapon. Cell phone video showed that Santee was on top of Taylor and struggling to disarm him when a woman got out of Taylor's car. The video showed the woman took Taylor's gun from his hand and stepped away from the fighting man as she screamed, let him go," at Santee. The woman held the gun in both hands and pointed it at the fighting man, the video showed. Then she approached the men again, holding the weapon in her left hand, and tried to pull Santee off Taylor with her right hand. Witnesses told KBMC that the fight in the parking lot may have gone on for almost 10 minutes. Video showed the woman held onto the gun and tried again to get Santee off of Taylor, while she screamed at him that her kids were in the car watching. "Stop, you're killing him," she screeched, and began hitting Santee on the head with her hand. When Santee didn't let go of her boyfriend, the woman stepped back, pointed the gun at Santee, and opened fire and fatally shot him. The affidavit filed with the court said the woman shot Santee in the back. Taylor was arrested after the fight and charged with felon possession of a firearm, which means he should not have had it in the first place. The woman who shot the Good Samaritan was initially taken into custody as well, but On October 18th, the prosecutor's office announced that it was declining to bring charges against the woman who killed the Good Samaritan that her boyfriend had started a fight with, citing self-defense. Okay. Quote, "We grieve with the family and community over this tragic loss of life of Mr. Santee," the Jackson County Prosecutor's Office said in a statement. Missouri law governs this case, specifically self-defense and defense of others, leading us to decline charges after careful review, the statement continued, which is very interesting because Taylor brought the dangerous item to that situation. So when did it start becoming self-defense? He escalated that by bringing that gun, a gun he should not have had, to the situation. But legal experts said that without the video, the woman would have likely been charged. Even with the video, I still question this. Because despite, we don't have the video obviously from inside the store, it's just outside when they're both struggling on the ground. But you saw her take the gun out of the hand, which means Taylor handed her that gun. He let it go when she took it. But at a crime forum Tuesday night, Jackson County Prosecutor Jean Peters Baker responded to accusations that too often she has declined to charge criminals in the community. That's pretty much rampant throughout the nation, and also will be upset because they don't understand why that the case was declined, Peters Baker explained, but point out Kansas City Police Department data shows she files charges against criminal suspects at the same rate as her colleagues in Platte and Clay counties. That's really not saying very much. Are they also doing the same thing? You know, letting criminal suspects off light or not being charged at all? That's not a ringing endorsement at all. But, quote, "If a case is declined, it's just because we don't believe there's sufficient evidence to get to that highest burden of proof," Peters Baker said. Okay, and then they showed a video. I'm not going to show the other part of the video, which is just a lot of people, family members, talking about what happened. But I have a real problem with this because Taylor escalated the situation by leaving and coming back with a gun. At the point that gun is pointed at Santee, the firefighter, he had every right to defend himself, and that's what he was doing. He had a gun in his face. If you watch the video, and you go right back to the beginning, watch the video, you can see, as I pointed out before, that she reached down to take the gun, and Taylor had it in his hand. He let it go. He allowed her to take that firearm. Now, obviously, this plays out differently depending on what biases you have. You go to certain sites, they're saying, "Oh, it was self-defense." I don't see this as self-defense. Not in this case. The firearm was introduced to the situation by Taylor. Santee now is in a self-defense mode because you got a gun in your face. So he starts wrestling with the guy for the gun. Taylor hands the gun off to his girlfriend. And you saw her point the gun at him once. You saw she distinctly pointed the gun at him, then backed off, then tried to pull him off again. And then obviously after that, she shot him. I had made another video, maybe yesterday, I think it was yesterday, about how we cherish the criminal element more than the citizen. Imagine if Santee had gotten this gun away from this guy and shot Taylor. What would we be talking about then? Imagine if the roles were completely reversed and Santee, girlfriend, got out of the car and got the gun off of Santee and shot Taylor, the black guy. Yeah, you got to go there because it's obvious what would be going on. I'm sure BLM be in the streets 2 seconds afterwards. But that's a whole nother subject. But I wanted to talk about this story because I looked at the video as much as I could get. And I got a real problem with this being dismissed as self-defense. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comments section below. Let me be very clear. You put something stupid in there, I'm going to delete it. You want to have an open conversation and dialogue? I'm all for it. I'm for debate. If you're going to say something stupid, I have no time for you. But you can leave it in the comment section below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.